You know, with a fighter like Devin, he has an arsenal. I like to say a warehouse full of tools. You know what I mean? And we brought out the package that stops them from doing anything. You know, we shut them down. As the perfect dance partner, the perfect opponent, the perfect adversary for anybody, your favorite fighter or your favorite fighter's favorite fighter. We're ready. It's Devin Haney versus everybody.
Where the hell Debo at? Oh, that's where Devin. Where Debo at? So-called Debo. We Devin at? Where Debo? You ain't see him? He hiding from me. Hot man. Debo. Hey Debo. Where the hell you at, man? Do it. Where is Debo? We looking for you. We on the block. Debo got hit with a brick. Y'all already know how I'm coming. Yeah. Debo, where you at? He's scared.
But I am going to tell you, he is the baddest guy in boxing, period. He's pound for pound #1 to me.
Bill Haney didn't hold back after Keyshawn Davis publicly called out Devin Haney, and his reaction quickly turned into a major talking point across the boxing world. Following Davis's confident challenge, Bill Haney fired back hard, questioning his readiness and accusing him of chasing attention instead of truly earning his position in line.
The same thing that we talked about we were going to do in the DM before you picked Jermaine.
2026, we're doing it.
You promise?
Remember, you promised. You're the promoter.
Well, I got you. Listen, in the DMs, I got your word on it. All right, just stand on it. Good luck, handle that business, okay?
The tension between Team Haney and Keyshawn Davis escalated even further after Bill Haney's controversial remarks. During a recent exchange, Bill appeared to take subtle shots at certain fighters, even suggesting that fans shouldn't be putting their hard-earned money on them.
Me? Or is it every Hispanic or Latin fighter that Debo pulls up on starts to become a comedian? I mean, we started with Subriel Matias. I mean, he was on Jokey Joke, comedian time. Teofimo Lopez, comedian. Rolly Romero, comedian. Ryan Garcia, comedian. And not Xander Zayas, Jokey Joke. I'm asking the Latino community that represents so much in this boxing, and did everything get so Jokey Joke? And how long you gonna stand for that? They say everything except let's fight.
The comments quickly went viral and sparked heavy criticism, with many viewing them as unnecessary trash talk that crossed the line. Keyshawn Davis didn't waste any time firing back, positioning himself as the man ready to challenge Devin Haney and prove his words where it matters most, inside the ring.
So-called Debo. You know what happened to Debo at the end of the movie? He got hit with a brick. Debo might get hit with a brick. Talk some Latins and Spanish people. Nah, don't pick on them. Pick on me. Keep picking on Craig, and you're gonna figure out what's gonna happen. You're gonna get hit with a brick. And I ain't playing. You know I ain't playing. Hit with a brick. hit. Belt. So organic, so genuine. Pick on me. I want you to pick on me. Tell Debo come this way. What you talking about? You know what Craig did to him.
Keyshawn Davis says discussions are already underway and believes a fight with Devin Haney is being lined up for 2026, setting the stage for a showdown many fans have been eagerly waiting to see.
Hey, Devin said, let's do it. You know, I know he's dealing with some legal issues. I don't know what happened. He said he had to turn himself in, but I believe he tweeted like, Keyshawn, let's do it.
He said that?
Yeah, I believe he tweeted like something like that. Yeah.
Well, you know, it was in my DMs. We already was talking about it, honestly, before he even hit the media. So I know it's going to happen.
And you're good going straight to Devin in your first fight at 47?
Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney have been connected by a long-standing tension that dates back years. Davis claims that Haney never showed him real respect from their early days, and he believes Haney has consistently underestimated him, suggesting that he was never viewed as a genuine threat.
With you and Dev.
Yeah, I never with Cuz.
Why?
Because Cuz never with me.
On what tip?
Bro, it was like times where like, bro, it was times where like me, I was always around Shakur as an amateur, and Shakur introduced me to Floyd, Devin Haney, all that type of shit. So there's a hell of times I'm around Devin Haney, and we 24 fitness playing basketball, regular shit before niggas became celebrities type, or just who we are today. And niggas just never even looked me in my eyes, never showed me respect. Like never. Shakur always like, yo, this nigga Keyshawn, this, that, third. He be like, for real? That nigga still a kid. And like, he just never gave me my respect.
He sunned you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, big ass nigga, you know goddamn well, nigga, now I'm here, nigga. And everything Shakur been saying, nigga, I lived up to it and then some. What you talking about? And he still, like, his father it's crazy because my beginning of my professional career, his father used to be like, oh, the businessman. What's up with you? Like that.
Gervonta Tank Davis' coach, Kenny Ellis, shared his thoughts on the potential matchup, saying Keyshawn Davis is undeniably talented but believes it may still be a bit too early for him to face Devin Haney. Ellis emphasized that the concern isn't skill, it's experience. Haney has competed in far more professional bouts, especially in championship-level rounds, which makes a major difference in elite boxing. He predicts Haney would likely win by decision, primarily by outboxing Keyshawn. According to Ellis, Haney is the busier, more seasoned fighter with superior ring control and scoring ability. He also added that he doesn't currently see Keyshawn knocking Haney out, pointing to Haney's ring IQ and experience in long fights as the true difference, not raw talent.
Haney has 33.
Yeah, I think he should get a couple more rounds in before he go at Devin Haney. But if he feel like he can take him, let him get at him. Let him get at him.
Are you looking at it more like that 12-round experience type deal?
Yeah.
Getting the rounds in?
Get some rounds in, Get some rounds in.
When you listen to and then, there's back and forth going with them too. Devin saying that, he would like to fight, the little brother before the big brother. What's your thoughts on that? I think there was a tweet saying that Shakur, I don't want to step on Devin Haney's toes. I'm gonna let Keyshawn get Devin Haney. A lot of people had lots to say about it. They're saying that, listen, they're breaking down the rankings with two to three different people, friends type of deal, taking each other's work. Keyshawn wanted a TO. Now, Shakur got TO. But now, because I took that work, I want you to go get Devin Haney. He's saying Devin Haney might be a little bit too big for him. What's your thoughts on Keyshawn's call out and all this talk?
Let him give him what he wants. Let him go at Devin.
Keyshawn Davis didn't hold back while discussing a potential fight with Devin Haney, openly questioning Haney's punching power and overall threat level. Davis argued that even after moving up from the 135-pound division, Haney still hasn't displayed the kind of strength that forces opponents to fight cautiously. In his view, Haney depends more on technique, movement, and round-by-round scoring than on truly damaging shots, and he believes that style wouldn't be enough against him.
Superstar.
You asking that question, I felt like that's what it was, but go ahead.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, I'm ready to fight anybody. So I'm going for the stars. And I know Devin Haney is the same fighter from when he was at 35. He's the same fighter when he was at 40, now he's at 40, so he ain't nothing changed. But his weight, you know what I'm saying? I will knock Devin Haney out. Guaranteed. I just feel like, shouts out to Devin, though, you do your thing. Like, I have no problem against you, bro, but we talking business right now. I will knock Devin out for sure. For sure.
You don't think he's hitting a little harder at 47 than he was at 35 and 40 growing into that weight? That's a no.
It looked like it.
It looked like it.
It looks
to us, Keyshawn.
To me.
Keyshawn Davis claimed he wouldn't feel any real pressure from Devin Haney's offense because he doesn't see true knockout power there, insisting he could walk him down and dictate the tempo of the fight. He also argued that Haney's performances at the higher weights haven't shown he can genuinely hurt naturally bigger opponents, saying the added pounds haven't translated into heavier shots. Because of that, Davis believes he could press the action without hesitation and eventually secure a stoppage. According to him, his aggression and physical strength would be the key difference. He maintained that Haney has yet to prove consistent finishing ability in the higher divisions, while he views himself as the type of fighter who can systematically break opponents down over time.
A bright enough star that he'd be willing to take, because, as a businessman, risk reward. You think you bring enough to the table that he'd want to take the fight? He would take the fight?
Hopefully, bro. I hope he would take the fight. In terms of answering your question, a bright enough star, he's already entertaining me on Twitter and social media and stuff like that. So I guess he sees some money potential in this fight right here. But what I would like to do is I would like to become champion, because that just speaks for itself. Once I come to the champion with the table, you can't play with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody know me. People know me. I can go to the UK and sell. Like, I can go anywhere and sell. My first main event, I sold 10,000 tickets. I sell, period. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's entertaining me, because I am a star. But when I come with that world title, whether I beat Dalton Smith or I go move up a weight and beat Lewis Crocker, once I come with them world titles, it's just a different story.
Yeah, I love the fight.
And I also feel like, let the fight build.
Fans keep asking the same question. When will Devin Haney actually make a formal offer to Keyshawn Davis? So far, no official contract has been publicly announced. Haney has acknowledged Davis as a potential opponent and even hinted that he's on the shortlist, but the timing seems tied to upcoming fights, rankings, and business considerations rather than immediate urgency. In boxing, negotiations often move slowly, as purses, weight classes, and promotional deals all need to be settled first. Davis has been actively pushing for the matchup, while Haney appears to be keeping his options open. The curiosity from fans is understandable, but for now, the fight remains in the discussion stage, not yet on paper.
Davis keeps savagely calling out Devin the Dream Haney, and I gotta simply ask, bro, what off at? What off at? Devin Haney fans love that A-side, B-side. Well, A-side got to send the offer. Hey, bro, but Devin got a rematch clause with Cambosos. It don't matter to send the offer and prove that he really got a rematch clause. Say, bro, Devin Haney already announced his fight with Regis Prograis. It don't matter, bro. Send the offer and prove that he really fighting Regis. Well, Devin Haney fans, Devin should be sending Keyshawn Davis an offer, right? All right? Let me know what y'all think. Smash like, sub up. I'll see y'all soon.
Keyshawn Davis has been unusually outspoken about Devin Haney, even going so far as to imply that Haney is soft and not as tough as many fans believe. After publicly challenging Haney and insisting he wants the fight to happen, Davis has doubled down, claiming that Haney's skills won't hold up once they finally meet in the ring. He argues that Haney lacks real punching power at higher weights and hasn't yet proven he can physically impose himself on bigger opponents, remarks that effectively question Haney's grit as a fighter.
The guy with steroids, and it changed his whole career. It changed how he talked, it changed everything. So us seeing Devin Haney doing all of this with a person that had 0.1 estrogen, and we all seen that Ryan Garcia was still in there getting tired. And it's like, bro, I'm sorry, there's no other word to put this. You're a bitch. Excuse my language. That's how I feel. You're soft. You do not take your L's. You a person that been given everything all your life, a daddy's boy, making sure you've been straight all your life, and now you took your first loss. I feel like you don't even not take it. Granted, I wasn't in there fighting Ryan Garcia, but you ask me how I feel. You just took it always to suing and all that extra. I feel like, bro,
Keyshawn Davis has been making strong moves recently, with his dominant victory over Jermaine Ortiz serving as the latest example. In his junior welterweight debut at Madison Square Garden, Davis controlled the fight and stopped Ortiz with a 12th round TKO, the first stoppage loss of Ortiz's professional career. His performance displayed a perfect blend of patience, pressure, and power, allowing him to dictate the fight and finish it on his terms. That win not only preserved Davis's unbeaten record but also reinforced his status as a rising force beyond lightweight, showing that his skills and physicality translate well as he moves up in weight. After the fight, Davis didn't hesitate to look ahead, calling out Devin Haney and making it clear he wants that matchup next. With momentum on his side and confidence high, many fans are now buzzing about a potential Davis vs. Haney showdown as one of boxing's must-see fights of 2026.
Davis goes out and dominates Ortiz, beats him pillar to post, and knocks him out in the 12th round. 11th round body shot put him down. 12th round body shot took him out. I was really impressed with Keyshawn that night. How about you?
Yeah, no, I was impressed because Ortiz was a handful. And I think that's the best I've seen Ortiz fight. We know that he's a championship spoiler, right? If you're not careful with guys like Ortiz, they can win quiet rounds, and next thing you know, you're in trouble in the later part of the rounds. This fight could have turned out that way, but Keyshawn never allowed Ortiz to play the spoiler. and he closed the show. If Keyshawn wouldn't have got that knockout in the end, then I probably would have picked apart that performance a little bit and been like, you know what, man, Keyshawn wasn't at his absolute best. He could have done this. He put it in another gear. It was a big moment, a big stage, but he closed the show and he never let the spoiler.
At 147 pounds, the stakes rise even higher. Analysts note that in today's boxing landscape, belts matter less than star power, style, and fan engagement. Keyshawn Davis brings an Olympic pedigree, sharp skills, and relentless pressure, while Devin Haney offers technical brilliance and proven championship experience. Together, they set up a stylistic clash that promises fireworks. Some even frame it as Davis hunting down Haney, refusing to back away from the challenge, with Bill Haney guiding Devin's career and Keyshawn eager to prove himself. The promotional build-up alone could rival any unification bout, and by summer 2026, this fight is expected to be one of boxing's defining moments.
The performances that Keyshawn Davis has is really more entertaining than the performance that Shakur Stevenson had. We were talking about Shakur Stevenson and Tank in the 135-pound division, but as Keyshawn kept emerging, he was already a conversation of Shakur, Keyshawn, and Davis, Keyshawn. Of course, we got Andy Cruz. They're going to be facing Muradaya on the 24th, but look like that fight is not gonna happen. The primary fight for Keyshawn Davis now, in my opinion, is Devin the Dream Haney at 147 because that's his plan. The primary fight for a Devin Haney, in all actuality, should be now a Keyshawn Davis. If Keyshawn Davis is willing to fight you and they call in and Devin Haney and Bill Haney, shout out to Bill Haney, he's done a wonderful job as a manager, is saying that they Devo, well, Keyshawn Davis is Craig and Keyshawn Davis is running towards.
Bruce Carrington weighed in on Keyshawn Davis's impressive 12th round stoppage of Jermaine Ortiz and the subsequent call-out of Devin Haney, calling the potential matchup a really good fight. He emphasized that while Haney holds the experience advantage, Davis brings strength, skill, and versatility. Carrington pointed out that Davis is developing at a high level, defeating fighters who had never been stopped before, including Ortiz, a legitimate and dangerous opponent who has challenged top-level fighters. He also noted that Davis looked fresh and in control even in the final round, showcasing his stamina, ring IQ, and composure under pressure.
So Keyshawn Davis, you know, he stops Jermaine Ortiz in the 12th with a body shot, but then calls out Devin Haney. You know, what's your thoughts on that? I was just listening to the Twitch. Actually, you posted up a Twitch of what is it? Aiden Ross.
Aiden Ross. Yeah.
He was talking about you. He was like, "Yo, who's that dude from New York?" He was nice with it.
Yeah.
Jaco was like, "Yo, shoo."
Yeah, that was cool. You know, big shout out to Aiden Ross. Hopefully we could.
But in that same live, he said, you know, that the Keyshawn Davis and Haney seems like it's going to be put together. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
That's a really good fight. I do feel like Keyshawn has a great chance at, you know, doing well in that fight. I think that Devin has the experience on his side, but Keyshawn has a lot of tricks up his sleeve, and he's looking strong. He's looking really strong his last few fights. And he made a point, I think, in his post-fight interview. Like, a lot of people not giving him credit for his last few wins. Like, he's been stopping guys that's never.
Carrington also addressed the size difference, acknowledging that Devin Haney is naturally bigger, but emphasizing that Keyshawn Davis is no small fighter either, particularly as he moves up in weight. He framed the potential bout as closely contested, a 50-50th matchup when it comes to experience and technical skill.
Like, Jermaine Ortiz is a legit fighter. Legit. And he's never been stopped, and Keyshawn did that. You know what I mean? And looked fresh in the 12th round too. Like, you know, like, and he had total control of that whole fight against a guy that's given Teofimo trouble, Lomachenko trouble. That just shows you the level that Keyshawn is on. So I don't think that him fighting Devin is a reach whatsoever. Like, that's gonna be a solid fight.
Who you have winning that fight?
I genuinely don't know. I do think that Devin is a naturally bigger guy, but Keyshawn's not that small though. I ain't gonna front. Like, Keyshawn, even though he's going up in weight, he's not that small. I think that's a tough fight.
Carrington believes that Keyshawn Davis may possess a deeper bag of tricks and underappreciated abilities that could make the fight highly competitive. Overall, he expressed respect for both fighters while highlighting that Davis has the talent and tools to make the matchup exciting and unpredictable.
You know, go to Devin and go his route because, you know, they're more familiar with Devin. You know, he's as big as he is as a fighter, but that's a 50-50 fight in terms of experience and who got the deeper bag. I think naturally Keyshawn had the deeper bag.